Hello folks and welcome to the Vertigo Tea Party, and let's try Lumini. It's by Spielbars. I hopefully am pronouncing that correctly. It's still in development. It's going to be available for PC. It is controller compatible. In fact, they recommend that you use the controller. There wasn't a price listed, so I'm not sure if they plan on charging for this once it's complete or not. I guess more information will come. There is a pre-alpha demo available for everyone. I will put a link to that in the description below the video. In fact, I think that's what I'm playing right now. This is just what the developer sent me. So let's go ahead and get started. I think this is one of those, let me move my cursor. I think this is one of those games that works a lot better to show off than try to explain how it works, even though I'm about to do that right now, because we have this little introductory sequence that we'll wait through. In a nutshell, the way this game works is you control a swarm of fish, and you are collecting these glowing crystals that you see in front of you right now going down, and you take these crystals to these strange square places of power, and it will suck those little crystals up and create more fish. There's also different types of fish that have different abilities. For example, one fish can make the swarm go faster, another has like a red protective bubble in front of its head so that you can ram into creatures which would otherwise normally kill you. So, as you can see, oh, I had to do this before, where I had to go in and turn my controller on. Now, I have played this with the keyboard, and I didn't have any issues, except when it comes to controlling more than one fish at a school of fish at a time, and I'll show you that here in a second. I'm going to drop off these crystals. I'm just using the left analog stick to move around. And again, for the most part, I didn't have a problem using the keyboard, but I think the the controller is going to work better. So what you can do with the school of fish is also split them up. I'm using the right analog stick to control group 2, and the left analog stick to control group 1. Then if I want them to get back together, I just kind of ram them together. Push this rock out of our way. Grab more of these little crystals. This game reminds me a lot of Flower in that it's more of a relaxation experience type of game. If you've played Flower, you know exactly what I'm talking about. If you haven't, it's like you have your goals. You're supposed to collect the crystals to make more fish. But the entire world and the pace at which you do things is pretty relaxed. There's not like not really been any super stressful or timed events that I'm like, oh no, I gotta be super careful, I'm gonna die here. It's just been very, very chill. As you can hear, the music is very calm. The aesthetic is just very, very calm and relaxing. So here we have to light up the two red squares. So we're gonna put one swarm in here. We're gonna pop the other swarm out. And here you go. Now we can both pop through and recombine. So yeah, it's just very chill, relaxing. Now you can die though, unlike Flower. I don't think you can die in Flower. So we're gonna kill this flower. See how relaxing this is as we murder sea flowers? Ah, yes. So relaxing. Makes me feel good. Makes me feel zen to murder these innocent underwater flowers. Actually, they're not very innocent. They do try to kill you. These little spores, I have found out, will kill some of your fish. Now, if you get hit, you don't just die. One of your fish will die. And then if all of your fish die, then you are in trouble. So it looks like I have to go into the top there. So let's avoid these spores. Go down here. Beat up this flower. There are also other fish, spiky fish that will eat your tiny little fish. They get in your way of these spikes. And of course, first I was like, hey, what are these things? And rammed into them and lost like half my fish. So don't do that. Now, I also found out you can leave these guys alone, or you can be brutal and you can kind of headbutt them as long as you don't run into the spikes. Well, maybe not. Hold on, maybe I need a different type of fish. Yep, okay. I think I need another type of fish. Luckily, none of my fish ran into his spikes because I don't want any of my swarm to die. It also has a odd mirror's edge effect where once you kind of get speed, you move faster. As you can see, I've kind of had the airlines behind me. Oops. Didn't mean to drop them off just yet, but that's alright. We can come back and drop them off again. So now when we drop those off, we'll get more fish. In fact, we should get some new types of fish. Left trigger will change which type of fish is at the head of the school. So we've got these, which are the base fish, which they don't seem to have any special ability. They're the boring fish. Then you have these, which have the shield, which you can hold and keep the shield up for a little while. And then you have these, which help the swarm go a little bit faster. I think that's what that does. Seems to be. Let's go ahead and grab the rest of these and drop them off. Oh, okay. Looks like once you drop off any crystals, you can't drop any more off at all. Okay. So this is, I think, trying to tell you how to deal with these guys coming up. As you can see in the first picture, at first I was trying to figure out what they were going for in these two pictures. Honestly, I think to get their point across, they should have maybe made this 2 stones. Because at first I was like, okay, the fish are coming out of the mouth and then swimming around and hitting him in the gut. I think what they're trying to say there is that in the first picture, the big fish will eat your little fish. But to defeat these, you can actually swim under them and hit their belly. Which we will do for demonstration purposes. Again, you don't really... I don't think I've run into any situations where I have to kill the mean fish. But at least it is there. And I like to do it because I'm a cruel bastard. Also, because I don't want them getting in my way. So let's go ahead and show how this works. So see, I could... Ooh, that was close. He almost ate one of my fish. We're actually going to switch to the red fish. Now, you got to be careful because I found that even with the shield on... Oops, no, let's not do 2. Now, see, like, if you were good with wielding or flying with 2 different schools at the same time, you could really have these guys tear up. See, he ate one of my fish. Oops. Luckily, he didn't eat another one there. But it seems like he can't... Also, that does a lot more damage. If you can actually kill those guys with any fish if you hit their belly. But if you have the red shield up, it seems like they die much faster. So I'm actually not going to play a whole lot more of this because this game is a very simple premise. Just, you know, swimming around, finding the various crystals, turning them in to get more fish, etc. But I think, whoop, I should have switched to the fast swimming fish. Alright, just for that. I'm going to kill you and your brother. So yeah, you definitely want to try to keep these redfish alive if you're going to deal with these guys, or if you're just going to ignore them. You're going to go with a non-hostile playthrough. The pacifist playthrough. But yeah, I don't think it takes a lot of time to show off this game, but I think it's an interesting aspect. And what's really interesting, and I didn't notice this until later on in the playthrough, is that you're assuming that you're, you know, swimming underwater. But I've noticed that there's no, like, you can't really see water, if that makes sense. Slam into this guy. No? Oh, I guess maybe because he's facing towards the camera. No? Wait, maybe you have to use these fish. Interesting. Wait, maybe you have to use the base fish. I swear I was killing those things before in my other playthrough, but anyway, don't worry about it. But yeah, again, I think you get the basic premise already of how this works. Again, it's like Flower in that I think it's not necessarily goal-based. It's more of a sit back, relax, play it, enjoy the music, the aesthetics, and the graphics and how they all come together in this kind of calming package. Even though, unlike Flower, you do have to worry more about, you know, your fish getting killed. But as you can see, the biggest threat, at least so far in this pre-alpha build, is the swimming ones. Those guys, I mean, you had to pretty much slam into the spikes on purpose for it to be any kind of real danger at all. So yeah, I think that'll be enough. Again, make sure if you're interested, check out the pre-alpha demo yourself. And again, I will have the link to this game in the description below the video. So yeah, definitely check it out. Grab a controller, sit back, relax, throw Steam in the big picture mode, and give her a whirl. Thank you guys for watching. If you'd like to see more Let's Try of games like this, make sure to subscribe. Like my videos if you like them, as it does help me out a lot. Thanks again for watching, and I will see you next time.